Then as we were in the movie theater watching the movie, I swear he was staring at me. I wasn't
He's trying to
certain,
make
but
a
I could
move on
see in
you,
the corner
bro.
of my eye that he was turned staring directly at me. I was too freaked out to check, so I did my best to focus on the movie. The next thing that happened was Vincent started
Oh!
rubbing his hand on my thigh. That was it for me.
What's going on, Presidential Gang? It's your boy, Mr. President. What's going on, boys? Welcome back for some more scary stories. I know I've been slacking on them, man. I don't know when was the last time I uploaded one, to be honest with you guys. But we're back, and I want to make a deal with you guys. Now, I can't always post scary stories. I know, bro, you guys have been telling me, yo, post the scary stories. When's the next scary movie coming out? And when's the next film coming out, bro? I just been so freaking busy, bro. I'm sorry because NBA came and also I'm playing Outlast 2, so I'm dropping almost 2 videos a day. And on top of that, I gotta drop scary stories. So I'm gonna make a deal with you guys right now, okay? I'm gonna promise you guys. Every weekend, we're gonna call it Scary Weekends, alright? So every weekend, I'm gonna at least give you guys one scary video, bro. I'm gonna do my best to do 2. So that way you guys got Saturday and Sunday to watch them. So, starting today, every weekend, man, I'm going to give you guys at least one scary story. So, without further ado, today we're checking out some Wansi Entertainment, bro. He's the GOAT. He's the legend for that, man. We're checking out 9 horror stories animated from February 2020. So, this is recent. This is this year, man. We're dropping bangers this year, bro. I don't care what anybody says. We're coming hard. Pause. So go get your popcorn, bro. Go get all your snacks, all the Sour Patch Kids, bro. Go get your water. Go get your soda. Go get whatever you want to drink, bro. Without further ado, roll a clip, man. My mom disappeared and I ate strange meat. Wait. We seen this. We seen this before.
It all started 3 weeks ago. My mom disappeared.
For those of y'all who haven't seen it, go check out my old videos, bro. You're gonna find one of these in there.
She hugged me, saying goodbye, wished me luck with school, and gave me a packed lunch. And when I got home that evening, she wasn't there. She didn't come back. So we called the police, and all of the search was set up.
Oh, damn.
The whole town came together and held a giant search party, lasting through the night, but there was no sign of her at all.
Who didn't see my NBA video, I was literally picking at my skin.
The weeks since were hell for both me and my dad.
Whole freaking,
rumors started spreading through town, particularly around the school, that my mom had been murdered. Dad took things a lot worse than I did. He was
I'm not going to spoil anything for y'all, boys.
It wasn't unusual behavior for him to disappear into the garage for a long time to work on a chair or table or something. Especially it was what he always did when he was stressed. I figured that's just how he was dealing with the grief.
Just keep an eye on your dad, bro.
We barely spoke over the next couple weeks. He was locked in there from sunrise to midnight. And we might bump into each other at one point, but he'd just say goodnight and went to bed. Sure, it was a bit weird.
What?
But I understood that he was going through a lot. But the longer he spent in there, the less I was sure he was doing woodwork. There were large bottles of bleach popping up in our bins, and Dad barely took any break.
I see.
One night, I had waited for him to go to sleep.
Ain't nobody summoned her, man. She's always trying to ruin my videos.
He was going through a lot. But the longer he spent in there, the less I was sure he was doing woodwork. There were large bottles of bleach popping up in our bins, and Dad barely took any break. One night, I had waited for him to go to sleep, and I crept down to try to open the door, but it was locked tight, and Dad always had the key. But today, when I came home from school, he was in the kitchen, freshly shaved, showered,
that boy
face.
Cleaned up his act.
He was totally different from what he'd been for the last couple of weeks. He was cooking. My dad used to love grilling, and his steaks were always amazingly delicious.
Damn.
So it was a nice change since
I don't
want to
spoil anything for y'all boys, bro.
Soup for a few
That's why I'm not talking as much.
He set down 2 of the biggest, bloodiest steaks I had ever seen in my life.
That thing's raw.
But it looked kind of different. Not bad, but just different. Dad tucked into a steak straight away, and I did too. It was a bit tough to chew, but the seasoning and flavors tasted just as good as the rest of the steaks were. We had finished pretty soon, and I was feeling full and satisfied.
Oh my goodness.
Then Dad said something I can't stop thinking about. I doubt they'll ever find her body.
Oh.
His voice didn't sound sad or depressed. I didn't say anything, just
Oh
stared at
Lord.
him. Hearing what he said
Homeboy was
sent
eating
shivers
mommy's
down my
cheeks,
spine.
bro. No
Then
pauses, bro.
I thought of the stakes. The late nights in the garage, hundreds of bleach bottles, and my dad's weird behavior. Did he feed me her body?
Hell yeah.
Or am I just overthinking it? What do I do?
I saw something, an unbelievable creature.
When I was 16,
These
my
titles
parents,
sometimes
brother,
don't
and
make
I
any
were
sense.
living in an apartment on the 4th floor. Every night, we heard crazy laughing outside of our house. At first, we just thought it could have been a neighbor taking care of a sick person, so we didn't worry about it. Then one night, I heard laughing again.
Whoa.
It was 11 p.m., and everyone in my house was sleeping.
Wait,
I
is
got
this
out
the
of
neighbor
bed
one
and
or
looked
no?
out the window, and I saw
No,
nothing.
no, no.
And as soon as I looked out the window, the laughing stopped.
Just
It
go
was
back to
kinda
sleep, bro.
weird, but anyway,
want the
I
smoke
just
on
went
that.
back into
Just go
bed
back
and
to sleep.
slept. After that, I had to use the bathroom at 4:30 a.m. The bathroom was downstairs in the hall, and the bathroom window was facing a big field of grass and a parking lot. After I finished using the bathroom and washed my hands, I heard that crazy
Sorry,
loud
boys.
laugh again for about a
I
whole
always
30
forget to
seconds.
put it on airplane mode
It
whenever I'm
sounded like this
recording.
person didn't even get tired.
My bad, y'all. My
He
bad.
seemed that he needed to catch his breath from this loud and long laughing. I proceeded to look out the window again, and then I saw a group of about 5 dogs going crazy around something. And when
Damn.
the dogs moved, I absolutely felt fear.
Wait.
There was something, another dog. I think it was a dog. It had a dog
We've
body
seen this
and
one
paws,
too, bro.
but not a dog face. It had a human face, and it was staring at me.
Bro.
It looked at me for a minute and then started to slowly smile, and then
I
laughed
remember
again.
seeing this one
And that was
too.
the same voice that I've heard constantly. I
Come
ran to
on,
my
Juan.
room,
See, bro,
but
why
I
are
couldn't
you
go back
redoing
to
your
sleep.
old videos, man?
The next morning,
thought
I
this was
told
supposed
my
to be
parents and
2020.
brother what had happened, and they thought I had a nightmare. I said that I swear it wasn't a nightmare, but they didn't believe me. They just laughed and ignored it. Everything felt real.
All right, if the
I
next
know
story
it was
is
100% real.
another story
But the next few days
that
went
we've
by,
already seen, I'm
and I
scratching
didn't
this
hear anything.
project.
And one day, it was getting quite dark outside. I did end up getting a cold from swimming, so my parents and brother went out grocery shopping without me. It was 9 p.m., and I took my dog for a walk for a little while. There was an abandoned house down the block, and my dog took off running to a bush suddenly. It was like something caught his attention. I ran after my dog, and literally, I had to crawl under a fence to go and get him. When I finished crawling under the fence, I ended up
Stupid.
cutting my knee. But thankfully, I got my dog. And when I looked up,
Did you really?
there that thing was. That dog with a human face.
Bro, kick it.
We were face to face. It had glowing green eyes. And it
Oh
had
my
definitely
goodness.
human face features. And the head was bald.
That.
I screamed, and it just started that scary laughing again. I ran away with my dog and came back home.
Yeah, I can't with
Well,
onesie, bro.
I'm 18 now, and my family and I moved away to another place. I don't know what the heck that thing was, and why I've seen it twice. But I'm just glad that I don't see it anymore.
Someone tried to break into my house several times. Bro, are you for real?
I recently moved
remember
out to
this.
attend university in a different town, so I rented a flat where I live alone. Every morning, I took my
Onesie.
bicycle, which I keep in the basement of my building,
For real, man?
and went to my lectures.
You've never let me
Usually,
down
the
before.
neighborhood is
Why
quiet,
now?
But one night around 1 o'clock a.m., my door phone rang. This was unusual, but I
I
brushed it off as a
purposely
mistake from someone who
waited
got drunk.
not to watch your
It
videos
rang
on
again,
2020
but I kept
just so you
ignoring
could
it.
redo your video. Wansi, bro,
This
come on,
happened at
dog.
least 3
Come on,
different
bro.
times, so
You
it
gotta step
began
up.
to annoy
You gotta
me.
step up, Wansi. I'm sorry.
One
If you're wondering why I'm scratching this project, we've already seen these stories, all right? These are some of my old videos, like when I first started doing scary stories on YouTube. So if you haven't seen it, I suggest you go check it out, man. I'm gonna find the link. I'm gonna put it down in the description. But go check it out, man. I honestly thought Wansi was gonna bring in the bangers, but I gotta come up with something on the fly. All right, boys. So this guy's name is Mort. I just randomly came up with that on the fly. So we're checking out 3 incredibly scary stories, animated, man. If you guys haven't seen it, I haven't seen it. It's my first time seeing it. I'm gonna put the link down on the description below, so you guys should definitely check it out if you guys haven't seen him. Check out more of his content. This is my first time checking him out, bro. I don't know what to expect, but let's do it. Without further ado, roll the clip, man.
My name is Kenneth. I'm 22 years old, and this story happened a couple of months ago.
All right.
I had just gotten a job working nights at the Amazon warehouse near where I live.
Ooh, that boy
On my
getting that
shift,
bread
there
on
weren't that many
Amazon. I
others.
see you.
It would just be me on my own doing my work somewhere in the warehouse. I think it was my second night at work when the security guard who worked there introduced himself. His name was Vincent. He was a large man, slightly overweight, in his late
That
30s.
boy got different
He
size
was
hands,
friendly
man.
at first when we started
Look
talking.
at him. His right hand is
Mostly
smaller
small
than the
talk
left.
and interests we
Look,
both
look.
had. He asked if I wanted to go get a beer and maybe see a movie the following Friday, as we both had that day off. I agreed as I didn't have any
Oh,
plans
come on,
and I don't
bro.
go out too often. That Friday in the evening, me and Vincent met up at a bar near where we work. Everything went okay. We had some drinks, talked about sports and previous jobs we worked. Then we headed out to the movie theater.
Oh
That's
my
when Vincent
God, this
started
man
acting
took
weird.
you on a
We
date.
bought our tickets and headed to the theater. I needed to use the bathroom, so I went. I was standing at the urinal doing my thing when I heard a bathroom door open. I couldn't hear any footsteps, but I didn't think twice about it. Then I turned around. I saw Vincent standing there watching me.
Hold up.
His head
Hold
was-
up. Why he's standing so cool, bro? Look at him, bro. His cool ass, bro. Yo, oh my God, I'm gonna think of a caption, bro. What would be a good caption, bro? I don't know, bro. Let's keep it rolling, though.
He was down, but his eyes were up,
Oh
and he was
my
just smiling at me.
God.
I jumped and I laughed,
That
saying he
was like
startled me.
looking
But
good,
Vincent
boy.
just stood there looking at me. It was like he was angry almost, with a weird smile.
He don't
It's
look
weird.
angry.
You have to be there to understand.
He don't look angry
I just
to me,
walked past
dog.
him and said I would wait for him outside. That was the first red flag. Then as we were in the movie theater watching the movie, I swear he was staring at me.
He made.
I wasn't
He's
certain,
trying to make
but
a
I
move
could
on
see
you,
in the corner
bro.
of my eye that he was turned staring directly at me. I was too freaked out to check, so I did my best to focus on the movie. The next thing that happened was Vincent started rubbing his hand on my thigh. That was it for me. I got up and I walked out.
No,
The next
that's a
week at work,
fade.
Vincent came up to
Bro,
me and
that's a
asked if I
fade.
wanted to go hang out. I looked at him confused and annoyed at the same time. I thought me up and leaving was obvious. I wasn't interested and don't want anything to do with him.
Yeah.
I told him no, I'm busy, and carried on working.
Yeah, look at his
Fast forward a
face.
few
Like
weeks later of him
he don't know how
asking
to
me to
handle
hang
that.
out and texting me, calling me. I really had enough.
Bro, why'd you give
So
him
the
your
next time
number?
I saw him in work, I told him I don't want anything to do with him.
Look
and
at
to
him,
leave me
bro.
alone.
He's so
I
shocked.
turned away and carried on sorting boxes. Vincent walked away and I thought that was the end of it. Boy, was I wrong. Later that night, I decided to take a break and go to the bathroom. I sat inside one of the stalls to answer a few texts. I then heard some heavy boots stumping down the corridor, then into the bathroom. I opened the stall door to see what was going on. Before I could open the door, it was kicked into me, causing me to fall backwards, and then Vincent was on top of me, putting his hands all over my face, trying to cover my mouth. And then he started strangling me.
Oh,
I was
why is
losing
he red
consciousness,
though?
But I still remember the look of Vincent's face as he was choking me. His face was red and his eyes were wide as they
Yo,
could
you
be.
broke his heart,
I
bro.
thought I was gonna die, but for some reason Vincent let me go and left the bathroom. I sat up trying to catch my breath. I was still in defense mode because I thought for some reason Vincent was gonna come back and kill me, but he never did, thankfully. I reported what happened to the manager. He looked on the CCTV camera, and I called the police. You can see me walking into the bathroom, and about a minute later, Vincent rushes in. At that point, Vincent had left the warehouse and went home. Well, that's what he told the police anyway. I'm going to fast forward what happens next and say due to no proof of Vincent attacking me, the charges were dropped against him.
Damn.
He even got to keep his job. I felt that justice had been taken away from me, and there was no way I was going to continue at Amazon, especially with that maniac still working there.
Hell no,
I left
bro.
that job, obviously, and currently have a new job. I hope and pray for whoever comes into Vincent's path, stay away from him.
It's your fault, though. I ain't gonna lie, it's your fault.
I love Modern Warfare, and I usually play for hours on end. If you don't know what that is, it's a Call of Duty game. My name is Michaela, and a few months ago, I had a really bad experience due to playing Call of Duty.
Are you a girl?
I usually play with my friends Mimi, Yaya, and Maya in hardcore team deathmatch.
Okay, yeah, it's a
Warzone.
girl. The narration is kind of off, bro.
And
Like,
possibly the worst of my friends.
it's weird.
There was one Saturday where it was raining and storming all day, so we literally played for about 15 hours straight. Late that night, everyone was getting tired but me. Then this guy joined one of our games. His name was Probe Master. This man kept whispering in the mic like some weirdo or something. Then all of us
You
received
always get
requests
those
through
weirdos
PSN.
on COD, bro. I swear.
I'm the only one that actually accepted it. I stayed on the game while everyone
Oh
went
my
to sleep.
goodness.
Every match, I'd hear this guy whispering, but he kept camping in the game, so his KD was very low.
His KD was
One
very-
game I did horrible.
Oh.
Then this guy sent me a message saying that I'll put up impressive numbers, but my overall ratio was .20. I know I suck, but this guy would not stop talking about how good I was. Just be polite. I would
You
say
already
thank
know,
you.
bro. You already know.
So
They
a
only
few
want
weeks
one
go
thing.
by, and this guy would constantly jump in my Call of Duty games, and every Friday he would send me a message saying, "I hope you have a good weekend."
Oh my
like
God.
some creeper, because I would never respond.
Weirdo.
Well, until one day, he jumped in the game as my friends and I were in a free-for-all game. After the first game, he played with us and some randoms. He said, "Good game, guys. Especially you, Michaela." All of my friends stopped talking. Then Maya asked me how this guy knows my name.
For real?
And I said I don't know because my username isn't even close to my real name. Then she attempted to ask him, but he wasn't on anymore. 3 days later, and this guy still hasn't logged back on.
Damn.
I even sent him a message asking him how he knew my name. No response. I was a little worried. Not for him, but just wondering how he knew my
Nah,
real name.
for yourself.
Maybe
You
he
should
guessed
be
it.
worried for yourself.
So again, one day I get home, open up my blinds, relax a little, and I started playing Modern Warfare in my living room. I threw on my hoodie to get more comfortable.
Hey, you already
Everyone
know
was
hoodie
playing
gangs what
except
I
for
do.
Malia. We didn't know where she was. So I'm sitting there waiting for the next game to load, and I receive a text that says, "Michaela?" with a question mark from a number I didn't know.
Damn.
I can tell it was an iPhone because I replied with, "Yeah, who is this?"
How
In
could you
turn
tell if
blue,
it's
the
an
person immediately
iPhone
read
by
it with no
replying?
response.
What? Made no sense.
I looked up at my TV because I heard a camera sound, and I noticed a flash. I need to mention that the window was about 6 or 7 feet behind me to the right, and that's where it came from. Then I received a text message from the same number. It was a photo of me, taken from outside
Wait,
the
let me
window.
see. Let me see.
I was stuck. I looked at the reflection on my TV. I could see a man standing on the outside of my window. I turned around and the man started clawing at the screen, trying to get in the living room.
No.
I yelled for my dad and he started running downstairs. Before my father got to the room, the man ran away.
You running?
My
Why are
father
you
ran
running like
outside,
that?
but the guy was gone. One of my neighbors got a good look at him and helped with the sketch.
Oh my gosh.
I also showed the text messages to the cops. This guy just simply disappeared. I haven't seen him on the game and haven't received text messages anymore. He's never been found. That situation keeps me on my toes. This dream has stayed with me for years. Although not profound or life-altering, I've never been able to shake the memory and the feeling of absolute terror and dread. To give some context, this was a number of years ago.
That's insane.
Currently, I'm 23 years old. When this dream occurred,
What?
I was around the age of 11. As a child, I suffered from sleep paralysis for a number of years.
Okay. It's a different story. It's a
At
different
first,
story.
this terrified me to the point of me not wanting
More-
to sleep.
Next
It became
time,
so bad
add
that I
like
pushed myself
transitions
to
and
states
everything,
of
because
exhaustion
I thought we
before
were
my
still on the
body
same
could no
story.
longer remain conscious, and I would just pass out, only to return to the horrifying imagery of my subconscious. The first time I ever experienced sleep paralysis, I still lived with
Oh,
my
I
aunt.
hate that.
I awoke to the sensation of
I
not
hate
being able
sleep
to move,
paralysis, bro.
and this confused me but didn't scare me. It was only when I saw what stood in the corner of my room did the fear really start to set in. It was a hooded figure in all black. In his hand was some kind of weapon. It stood there staring at me.
Yeah,
My
bro. They
eyes
just
widened as
stare
I
at you
prayed
to
for
see
this to
what
be
you
some
would
kind of
do,
dream or
because they know you
hallucination.
can't move.
I was frozen in fear. Its sharp, crooked dagger teeth began to form a smile. It slowly began to turn its head like a doll, continuing until it was at such an unnatural angle, and then it started to inch towards me. It didn't walk. It simply began to move closer. I can't really explain it. It edged closer to me, still staring at me. Looking back, I can still picture it, and it disgusts me. It continued until it was halfway across the room. Then, without warning, it just stopped. This is when my blood ran
God
cold.
damn, bro.
It slowly
That's
raises
so
its arm from
scary.
beneath its cloak to reveal its hideous, revolting arm.
Did it
A
touch
mixture
you?
of rotting flesh and bone, decomposing right there in front of me. And the sight of it made me want to throw up. Then it did something I would never forget. Slow and methodically, it raised its hand and began to point.
Oh,
Not at random,
no.
not at something in my room, but at me. My eyes widened further, and my heart began to thump in my chest. It then placed its both hands upon his head and began to pull and twist his head back into place.
That's so nasty, bro.
The noise it made sent shivers down my spine and sent goosebumps and chills all over my body. It cracked and creaked and screamed back into place, and then the figure began to approach me. It was at that point full-blown panic set in, and I began to struggle. I kicked and twisted and tried to throw my
Damn, bro.
body,
Look how
but
close it
I
is
couldn't
to
move.
you.
I couldn't move at all. I was trapped, paralyzed. I tried my best, but I could not break free. So I did what anyone would do in this situation.
Scream?
I screamed.
But nothing came
I
out.
screamed with all my might. I thought that if my family was alerted, maybe they could stop it, it'd go away, or at the very least, they'd surely see what happened to me.
Nothing.
But to my absolute dismay, no sound came out of my mouth.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I tried again, but the same result.
You could only
By
move
now,
your
the figure
eyes.
was almost at the foot of my bed.
God
I continued to
damn,
cry out
bro.
for help.
I feel your pain.
In my head, I was
Like,
screaming
that
like a
stuff used to
madman,
happen
but
to
in
me all the time.
reality, not a sound could be heard. I looked up and it's here. The figure is at the foot of my bed. Only now it's not smiling.
Damn.
Now it looks even more terrifying. Its teeth are aligned jaggedly, and I know it's going to sound stupid, but it looked hungry. I continued to struggle.
It
got
hungry.
closer and closer until it was right in front of me, at the
Yeah.
side of my bed. I was
Oh,
frozen.
gosh.
It leaned in until it was face to face with me, and it was at this point I thought my life was over. It reached its arms out toward me, and it screamed a blood-curdling scream. I tried to close my eyes and prepare myself to be ripped apart, but no, nothing. Just like that, it was gone. I looked around my room with my heart thumping so hard I thought it would escape my ribcage.
Jeez.
I was sweating
bro.
profusely and was completely afraid. I scanned the room, but it was empty. I turned on the light, still nothing. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. My light stayed on. The previous night's ordeal haunted me for the next day, and I couldn't focus. I just wasn't myself. I tried to talk about it with my aunt, but she just blew me off and said it was a bad dream and maybe a demon that had taken a liking to me. I dreaded going to
Thanks,
bed all
Auntie.
day, and when night came, I wasn't prepared.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
terrified. I decided I wouldn't sleep in fear of
That's
whatever I
even
saw
worse.
would
Because
return.
now you know. Now
I
you
tried
don't
my
know
hardest,
when
but
you're
eventually
sleeping.
I began to drift away, and I struggled. My eyes became heavy, and tears began streaming down my face. I couldn't face it. Whatever that thing was, it had shaken me to my very core. It might sound silly to some, but I genuinely believed that when I fell back to sleep, that my life would be in serious danger.
Shit.
I sobbed and cried myself to sleep. The next morning I woke up and I was fine. No figure, no traumatic experience, nothing.
I used
Later
to
on, I
have
would
that
learn about
on a
sleep
weekly
paralysis,
basis,
as
bro.
I
It
did
got
end
to the
up
point where I
suffering
got
from it
used
quite
to
a
it.
few years. And I ended up doing some research, which confirmed it all to be just sleep-related hallucinations. Eventually, I did discover tricks to overcome the experience, and it works. If you too experience sleep paralysis, try researching it like I did. Good luck.
Thanks, bro. All right, boys, we're gonna stop it right there. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. Wait, hold up. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for even clicking on the video. Sorry for the scary stories, you know, lateness, if you would say. But every weekend I'm gonna upload some scary story videos. Don't worry, man. I still got y'all. And for the NBA fans, you know, NBA content is coming too. And for my gaming community, gaming is also coming too, man. So just give your boy some time. Every day, you know, I'm trying to maximize my time as much as I can. So I'm gonna try to upload 3 times a day, if not maybe at most 2. But yeah, boys, man, I appreciate it. I'm gonna definitely do some more scary stories. Cause bro, I missed them. I missed them so much, and what I miss the most is roasting them, bro. It's so hilarious, cause they make all the wrong decisions, bro. But yeah, boys, see you guys tomorrow for some scary stories. I'll definitely be uploading that tomorrow too. I don't know if I upload Outlast, but I'll definitely try. But yeah, boys, stay tuned. Oh, shout out to the homie Mort. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for coming in clutch, bro. I don't know what happened with Wansi, man, but I do remember watching those scary stories, bro. I don't know if he redid it or it's my fault, bro. I don't know. Either way, man, thank you guys. I appreciate it, man. And stay safe and stay healthy. And I'm out.
I'm thankful for my life and I can take this shit for granted. I'm from a different breed, like I'm from a different planet. They keep me where it hurt, but your boy's still standing. It's easier to fly, but the real skill landing. And if you ever cross me, I don't believe in second chances. I might just show some love, but I don't believe in no advances. I need it up front, cause you don't know my circumstances. I spent my life in hell.